Alright, we are going to try this again because I had done a video before, about 9 minutes worth, and I was uploading it to YouTube, and lightning knocked the power out at my apartment. So, we're going to try to do this again. Well, let's first talk about why there are storms forming here across central Pennsylvania and what's causing that. And here we have our surface cape. And you can see here there's some just ridiculously high cape values across the region. 5,000 plus here in the Lehigh Valley, 6,000 plus in the Hudson Valley, widespread 4,000 plus across the region. So extremely unstable there. Moisture convergence. Now this is important here. I live right about here, and we are just getting we're getting a training of storms right along the ridge, right along Interstate 99. And you can see here that there's very strong moisture convergence here across the region. So, yeah, it's falling very nicely in line with that. Now, here was the HRRR from 18Z. From 15Z, valid 18Z. And it does have the idea of storms forming here in the region. It has it a little too far east, and I'll show you why I think that probably is. As we go a little bit forward here. But it did have the right idea. Storms were going to form. They were going to oriented from southwest to northeast. So we'll give it a B on this. It just has to be shifted back a little bit west. Now, what is causing these storms? There's a very high dew point air is these are basically air mass thunderstorms. You can see here there's a little bit of troughing showing up here on the RAP model. In reality, this trough is a little bit west, and there's a little bit more convergence back in here, and that's why I think the HRR was putting its its precipitation along where this trough axis is, when really the best convergence is back in here. So that's where I think it made its error. But like I said, it had the general idea right as far as that goes. So, but again, there's no real strong feature here. We'll go up to 925. There's no 925 jet until you get a little bit more further north, and it gets a little bit of a jet going up here. But again, nothing impressive as far as that goes. Very weak flow down here. 500 millibars, there is no digging trough. There is no strong vorticity advection, nothing really going on. So these are air mass instability-based thunderstorms that are firing up today along the ridges and across the region. Here's our cape again. This is from the RAP model from Twister Data, and again, just very impressive. The amount of very high cape values across the area. Now this is the HRR valid at 5 p.m. today, and you can see it still has thunderstorms firing. It still has them down. Some storms firing down in the same area they are now. I'm expecting to see animals walking side by side shortly. Not seeing anything really severe around here. If you look at radar, it looks like probably getting a lot of severe weather. But really, it's just been very heavy rain and very loud thunder, and of course, a lightning that knocked out my power. That's what's going on with that. Now, looking at tomorrow, now we have a little bit of a different situation. Still very high dew point air across the region, but here is our low pressure system up here, and we have a prefrontal trough coming through here, and then here's our cold front back in here. And so now we do have a mechanical lifting mechanism to add to the high dew point air. And we'll go to 925 millibars. I'm sorry, this is 850 millibar moisture. I just want to show you that the moisture is very deep across the region tomorrow as the trough and the front are coming through. 925, now we do have a little bit more of a jet showing up here. A little bit more of a southerly jet showing up, south to southwest anyway, across the region than we have today. We'll go up to 850. Again, more of a jet than we have today. And then 500 millibars. Now we do definitely have our heights crashing in and some upper level dynamics that are working in as well. So now tomorrow we do have that high dew point air, and we have the mechanical lifting mechanisms. Now here's our cape for tomorrow. Not as impressive as today, but again, as I said, today's thunderstorms are instability based. Tomorrow's are going to be more lift based. Not that these values are shabby, 2,000 plus, 2,500 plus up in here. Widespread 1,500 plus across the region. That certainly is good enough to get things going, particularly when you have those lifting mechanisms. Now, as always, a caveat is going to be we're going to have thunderstorms firing out in here with the front tonight. Does cloud cover blow off, add some stability to the region tomorrow, and will those lifting the mechanisms be able to overcome that? Those are always the balancing acts you have to worry about when you're dealing with these types of situations. But we do have the ingredients tomorrow. Here's our 300 millibar winds, and here's a nice jet up here, right rear quadrant area down in here. So again, ripe for severe weather as far as mechanical features go. Here's our vorticity, and again, you can see the heights are definitely digging more, and we definitely have more in the way of some vorticity evection coming into the region. So things are, as far as that goes, are better. This is our EHI. Now, if you were noticing on the winds I was showing you before through the different levels, there's really not that much turning with the wind. A little bit more up in this region, up in here, not so much down in here. So we're not really seeing that nice directional wind shear that we look for when we're talking about some type of a major tornado outbreak. That doesn't look to be the case with this system. We do have some decent EHI values across the region, particularly up here near Syracuse, and well, up here it's off the chart, but you know, we're looking more down in here. So I mean, it certainly is something that needs to be mentioned. I think possibility of an isolated tornado. I've been mentioning that in some of my radios up in here, that there is that potential, but it's not a widespread outbreak, I don't think. And here's our bulk shear, and again, not too much going on down in here. Gets more impressive as you get up through here. And we're back to the Cape for today, so that is all we have for this video. Let's hope I can get this one uploaded before the power goes out again, because another storm is heading my way. I'm meteorologist Jim Manal. They hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.